Hello. Today I'm going to talk about something I do when I'm in the process of preparing a course or a program, any offer really. Every time I make an offer, I do this thing, and it really clarifies for me how much I can give. It stops me from overgiving. It helps me remember that it's really up to the client to take the action and that there's only so much I can do, which is a bit like overgiving. It helps me clarify who are the right people and who aren't the right people. It helps me remember what my goal is and also how much I'm willing to give. And it lets me see all that I'm giving in a big list. So I always get a feeling of like, oh, that's really a lot. Like, it is a great deal. So it gets me in a really good energy state. And you're going to be surprised when I tell you what it is, because most people, if you think about this thing, it doesn't seem like something that's like an energy practice that's really good and makes you feel really good. I'm going to say the word now. You ready? Your legals. So I know you're either going to be like, oh shit, I don't have my legals, or legals, that's something yuck. But honestly, I do my legals, please don't turn off now. Stick with me. I created my terms and conditions for my website, which is actually a bit compulsory if you have a website. And it's also just really good practice. It's a really good energy. It's a really good feel-good practice. You need to have terms and conditions for your website. So I created mine with this woman named Michelle Marie Whitehead. If you're in Australia, this is helpful for you. Otherwise, the rules are a bit different everywhere. So she has this thing called a DIY, like do-it-yourself terms and conditions package. I bought that. And basically, you write your terms and conditions in your own language. If you want to see what mine look like, the ones I'm specifically referring to in this video, you can go to my website. Down the very bottom, there's a link to my terms and conditions. And at the bottom of that page, there's a download button, and you can look at my exact terms and conditions. So I've written that already. If you haven't, you can kind of look at mine and use it as a guide. It is really helpful to write your own, but if you're really stuck, tight for money, or whatever it is, and you just don't want to do Michelle's DIY legals, you could have a look at mine and just for reference or inspiration. So they're already written, and I know I said I do this for every offer. Really, every time I take money from people, I try to have one of these prepared. And so I don't rewrite the whole terms and conditions. I only rewrite one little section, and I don't even rewrite all of it, called the specific disclaimer. And that relates to different products. So say, for instance, when I was promoting my business growth circle, my group experience, called More Ease, I just got an existing terms and conditions. I changed the name of it so that it says More Ease and website terms and conditions. I scroll all the way down, and I look at just my specific disclaimer. And now, while I talk to you, I'm going to have mine up just so that I can refer to the little different sections. And like I said, if you would like to see what the heck I'm talking about, I'll put the link to my terms and conditions in the show notes or in the description, so you can see what am I talking about. So scroll down to the specific disclaimer and you'll see I've got it written there that this disclaimer relates to, and I've got the name of the offer. This was for the More Ease Business Growth Circle, and the dates that it runs. So that's good. You need to know that if you're going to promote your offer. This package consists of, and then I have a big list of all the things that you get as part of More Ease. And so when I read through that, I realize it's a lot and it's really awesome, and I feel really great about my offer. So that's energy charge up boost number one, is feeling really good about what you're offering. The next thing is it says I provide. And so this is just clarifying what it is that I actually offer. Like, I'm not saying that you're going to make $1 million. Like, I'm not making any stupid promises. I'm providing accountability, inspiration, business growth tips, business growth support, and marketing tips and marketing support. And then it's got my intention in offering this package. And then I get to say what my intention is. And it's really beautiful to reconnect with my intention and just put that out there into the world. Mine says it's to help business women find a new way to show up in their business based on my own experience and that of my clients in regards to online business. I feel good about that. The next section is my responsibility. Now, this bit always reminds me that my responsibility is to get enough sleep, drink enough water, eat nourishing food, move my body so that I can show up on a call in a really good state. And so that just helps me remember that my self-care, this is my squeaky chair, my self-care is so important, my energy is so important, more important than nearly anything. And also staying up to date with the tech. So making sure, if I say I'm going to teach about Facebook ads, that I do actually know what I'm talking about, and doing the research so that when I deliver something, I am on top of the concepts and practices that I'm teaching, right? Your responsibility, so the customer's responsibility, is also kind of nice and simple, is just to make sure that they're seated comfortably, that they've got plenty of water and fresh air, that their well-being is their responsibility, and that their business can't grow if they're not looking after themselves. And I feel like that's a beautiful thing. Like, if that's all their responsibility, then that's great. Then there's a section called problems. This is really helpful for me to remember. Like, this program is intended, and then I've said what it's intended for, and just some of sort of the red flags. Like, this is a section where you can sort of tease out, look, I see these problems again and again. And, my main concerns with this process are, and I've just said, sometimes in a change process, I see these patterns: abdicating responsibility, not showing up. And that's me just letting the client know, I am aware that this could come up for you, like, I'm aware that these things happen, and I need you to be clear that this could happen to you. And we're still going to show up, and we're still going to be awesome, right? And I've said, these patterns worry me because I really want to see you succeed, but these patterns are outside my control. You need to commit to the choice for change. I cannot make it happen for you. So I love that bit. That makes me feel like my boundaries are intact. I've let people know, like, I'm aware that you are going to try new stuff and probably freak out. I know what's going to happen. I've seen it. And then suitability is a beautiful bit where I just say who this program's for. And then I say, this isn't for you if. And I love that. Like, if you want me to fix all your problems without taking responsibility, and if you can't respect my personal boundaries around work hours and contact methods, I've gone on to specify my preferred contact methods and my work hours. And I redo that for every offer, and I feel really good about myself and my offer. It helps me put my energy out to magnetize the right people in, powerful women who are seated. And this is something you can do if you're in business and you've got your terms and conditions. When you're sharing an offer, it's not just your legals, it's an energy opportunity, a manifestation opportunity, a high vibe opportunity, a reiteration of your beliefs and your systems in your business. I hope that this is helpful to you. I really appreciate that you've made it this far. Now it's time to say bye-bye. And I really look forward to seeing you again. I hope this was helpful. I'm sending you lots of compassionate love on this big adventure that we're on, growing a business. And I look forward to seeing you really soon, either in person or maybe in a virtual situation like a comment or something. Mwah! Thanks so much for coming today. I love you lots, and I'll see you soon. Bye.